Hello everybody and welcome to a video on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel. I'm Spencer, host of Constructive Criticism and Limited Time Only, two podcasts about getting better at Magic the Gathering. This is Wednesday Night Warrior, and it's been a while. So last week was Valentine's week. I spent a lot of time with my wife, then I spent the weekend going some PPTQs, and I want to talk about the deck that I played at the PPTQs and kind of my experience this weekend. I played Jeskai Control this weekend, and I had a lot of fun and a lot of frustrations. So let's kind of just go over the event. So I went to a PPTQ on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll I did a deck tech on Jeskai Control a couple weeks ago on kind of the deck and things like that. The updated list I'm going to put in the show notes for this video, in the notes for the video, so you can check it out there. I'm just going to read it off really quick. The deck that I played was 4 Torrential Gearhulk, 2 Stasis Snare, 2 Quarantine Field, 4 Harness Lightning, 3 Anticipate, 2 Blessed Alliance, 2 Negate, 4 Disallow, 4 Glimmer of Genius, 4 Aether Hub, 4 Port Town, 4 Wandering Fumarole, 4 Island, 5 Plains, 3 Inspiring Vantage, 2 Spirebluff Canal, 1 Jace, Unraveler of Secrets, 2 Nahiri, the Harbinger, 2 Fumigate, 2 Radiant Flames. And then the sideboard I had 4 Spell Queller, 1 Quarantine Field, 3 Shock, 2 Dispel, 1 Negate, 1 Gideon, 1 Chandra, and then 2 more Radiant Flames. The deck was really fun all weekend. On Saturday, I didn't play both Blessed Alliance. I took the advice of some of my friends and played 1 Immolating Glare instead of a Blessed Alliance, and we'll get into that a little bit in the story. So let's start with Saturday. So Saturday was a 6-round event. I think I had 38 people, so it was small but like good enough size PPTQ. Round 1, I played against Green-Black Constrictor, which is, I think, this deck's best matchup. I won that match. I had no problems with anything really. The deck played great, did what I thought it was going to do, won accordingly. Green Block is really good for you. Fumigate on the play, even Radiant Flames is pretty good. Round 2, I played against Blue Red Thing. So this is like the burn deck with Thing in the Ice and Lightning Axe and stuff like that. And that deck's pretty bad against straight control, I think. One of the main reasons being like Lightning Axe is like pretty terrible against you. So game 1s are pretty far in your favor. My opponent got a little bit mana screwed game 2, but you know we promptly 2-0'd him. I actually am very interested to see if there is a Pyromancer Thing in the Ice deck in this format. I think that there's a lot of cards that we could play in those style of decks that could be good. But yeah, my opponent got a little unlucky and I won that round. Round 3, I lost to Grixis combo. So I thought my opponent was playing straight Grixis Control by about turn 8 or 9. It might have been turn 8. And I tapped down in mana. And then he tapped his Aether Hub for white and played Sihili and Valor Guardian, and I lost. And then game 2, I didn't draw any lands against him. His deck was really cool, really good player by the name of Corey. Yeah, but I definitely should have thought more about why he was thinking about things the way he was thinking about them. And then accordingly, I probably could have deciphered that he was on a combo inside of the Grixis shell. So the next deck that I played against was 4 color combo. The deck that Jerry Thompson played at the Pro Tour pretty close to. So this is a Emerge deck that plays Aetherworks, Marvel, Rogue Refiner, things like that, as well as the Sealy combo built in. And I won that match against a Pro Tour Type 8 competitor, Aaron Maranaka. Great friend of the show, and he's been on Limited Time Only, but really good Magic player. Round 5, so at this point I'm in a win and in because I have 1 loss. And I played against Green-Black, and it still is just your best matchup. I don't have any problems with the matchup. I haven't lost to it yet. The deck is just really well built against the deck. You have all of the right removal spells. You have everything you need. I mean, even your Harness Lightnings can kill 8/8s in this deck, so it's really not a problem. The deck is just a good matchup overall. Probably won that. I got to draw my round 6 and went into round 7 and played against Rug Tower. So this match was really interesting. A listener of the Constructive Criticism show, Paul Farnsworth, was piloting the deck, and in this match, it was funny. After the match, Casey was like, I was 100% sure that he was on 4 color Marvel 4-color combo. And I was like, yeah, me too. That's why I didn't tap. I could have jammed that Jace way earlier. There were tons of misplays that I could have made in game 1 to give myself more advantages. But I just, for some reason, thought he was playing 4-color combo with energy. And it turned out, by the time he was playing towers, it was too late, and I had made a lot of mistakes in that game. And then there were turns where I could have been activating Fumaroles where I wasn't, to make him use energy. And also, there was a play at the end of the game where he attacked with a creature, and I decided to kill it with a Harness Lightning rather than play rather than flash back a Blessed Alliance and gain life and kill the creature. Which is a huge mistake on my part, as well as the fact that I had an Immolating Glare in my hand later in the game, that if it had been a Blessed Alliance and I could have gained 4 life, I also could have won game 1, which was one of the reasons that I switched back to Blessed Alliance. I knew it was better. I had playtested this deck a lot. I'm not sure why. You always want to listen to your friends and take their feedback and then internalize it, and I didn't really internalize it. I just snapped off what they said and made a change instead of really thinking about why I had been deciding to play Blessed Alliance over Immolating Glare. But if I had been playing the Blessed Alliance, and if I had made the correct play, I would have won at least game 1. And then game 2 in the top 8, I kept a 3-lander and never drew another land. So, which brings us to Sunday. I took my packs as entry fee, went into the next event, and it was 34 players. It was just enough to run 5 rounds. If there had been one more player, it would have been 6. And I played against Green Black in round 1, Mardu in round 2, and Jund in round 3, beating all of those decks. Green Black and Jund were good matchups. I had to play Jund in game 3 really tight to get that win. And it was. I then double drew into top 8, where I played against Mardu in the quarterfinals and won, and then lost to Mardu in the semifinals, which actually turned out to be the finals because the player that won the other semifinals match was not going to go to the RPTQ, so he conceded to the person that won our match. It's interesting. I really love the deck. I played well enough, making some noticeable misplays this weekend, but it is interesting to me when people tell you that your idea of what a deck should look like is unplayable. And I think it's important to note that, like, if you put in work, which is what I did with this deck, and you find that you're gaining some amount of success with it, I think that I will continue to tune Jeskai Control and try and continue to win with it. I'm really frustrated that I didn't get to win an RPTQ this weekend, but I'm really happy with where the deck is. And, if you're looking for a deck that has a good green-black matchup and a good combo matchup and a decent Mardu matchup, I went 2-1 against Mardu this weekend. I think the matchup is really close to 50-50. You just have to play really tight. I would highly recommend this deck to people, and hopefully I can continue success with it, and I can come back to you guys with a weekend where I actually win a PPTQ with it. So that is it for this week. I just kind of wanted to go over what my weekend was like. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I haven't talked to you guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are doing, how things are going, and we'll see you guys all next time. Don't forget to check out the deck. You can watch the deck tech. It's a little bit different. I'll even leave a little bit of a sideboarding guide here in the video. Don't forget to check out the podcast on constructivecriticism.com and mtgcast.com, and we'll see you guys all next week.